Hello beautiful souls, welcome back to the CNET Tarot with me, Natasha. I'm so happy that you guys have made it. This is a really exciting reading. I've not done a love prediction one for like a monthly one for quite a long time, so I thought why not for April. This is so this is your April love predictions. So we have 3 piles for you guys. First of all, we have pile 1 here with this super sparkle. I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up, but you know, the super, all it does, all sparkly gold stone, very nice. And then we have pile 2 in the middle with this tiger eye. So I've gone for all cubes today, so they're all cubes. And then we have pile 3 with a cube of black obsidian. Because my other, oh my god guys, my other black obsidian, I was taking it to work, had it in my pocket because I was like, oh, you know, repel some negative energy because it can be a bit in the warehouse, and forgot it was in my pocket, went to the bathroom, pulled down my jeans, it fell out of my pocket and smashed on the tile floor. So upset. But anyway, so yes, so these are your 3 piles. Have a little think about which one you are drawn to, and then pop down to the description box or the comment section where I will leave the timestamp for you so you can jump straight to your reading. And yeah, I'll see you in a minute. Hey pile 1, so this is your April, I was about to say August, but that is skipping ahead a little bit. This is your April love reading. So if you pick this gold stone, this super sparkly gold stone, this is your reading. What we'll be doing is we'll get what to expect, and then we'll also get some, you know, initials and dates, that kind of good stuff. And just before I get started, I do want to remind you that this is obviously, as it says on the tin, a love reading. People can find love readings a little bit triggering. I feel like today's piles, they shouldn't be too triggering, but obviously you know you better than anyone else. So if you feel like you could get triggered, then maybe this isn't the reading for you, because I am honest. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. It is going to be the honest truth. So with that in mind, let's get started. So with this, I do have some advice cards at the end, so do keep going to the end. So we have 6 of Cups, which great start. Knight of Wands, Page of Cups, 3 of Wands, Queen of Wands reversed, and we've got the High Priestess reversed. We also have Empowerment reversed and Clarity reversed. So usually I don't read oracles reversed, but today it just felt like it was meant to be that way. Then we have Wait, Patience, Not Now, Divine Timing, and we have Tea, Friendship, Support, Gossip. So my lovely pile 1, what do we see for you? So my gut instinct here is, do you know what, even if you are with someone, not with someone, I feel like someone from your past is, with this 6 of Cups. 6 of Cups makes me think of, you know, it could be someone from when you were friends, when you were a kid, it could be an ex, but it definitely has that nostalgic feel. It is somebody from your past. It may be someone that you know had a bit of a thing with before, and this person is coming back quick, I feel, with this Knight of Wands, and they're gonna come back, like, I feel like in this kind of with that horse, you can see the horse is really like, is it whinnying? Is whinnying the right word? I don't know. When they raise up, like, I feel like this is, you know, quick energy. This is fire energy. They're gonna come back unexpected, and just with, I feel like with a lot of energy. This is going to be someone that, you know, maybe you really have not heard anything from, not a peep, for quite a long time, and you're just like, are they dead? Where have they gone? What has happened? And this person is going to come, you know, storming back into your life. And with that Page of Cups, I feel like this person is, oh my god, right, sorry, is going to be coming back to be like, hey, I've been thinking about you and I want to apologise for what an arse I was before. Something along those lines. So if there was somebody that you know, was with before and maybe they didn't treat you quite right, maybe it ended weird, whatever happened, if you always felt like you deserved an apology, you wanted them to you know, say sorry for what they did, and you kind of never had that for whatever reason, this person is going to be thinking about you this month, and they're going to decide to, you know, come back and be like, hey, sorry for that, sorry I did that. And I feel like this is going to be a bit weird for you, because with that Page of Cups, you know, the Page of Cups energy, you have the flying pig, this person is just, you know, kind of levitating. It's one of these cards, you look at it and it's like, what is happening here? And that's how I feel like you're going to feel. You're going to be like, what on earth? And I do think this is going to be quite confusing for you. You're not going to know what to do. This is why I really feel like this is why the cards were coming out reversed, because it feels like it's going to kind of knock you for 6. It's going to be like, well, I don't know what to quite do with this information. That's why, you know, we have clarity reversed here. This is not going to give you any clarity. I feel like it's going to drag up some feelings from the past that maybe you didn't sort through back then. But yeah, it's going to I feel like it's going to cause you some confusion. But I feel like one thing Spirit wants you to know is kind of don't let it take you out of your power. If this person had really hurt you in the past, and you know, maybe it has been quite a while, and you feel like you've really grown, you've developed, you healed, you felt like you'd healed those kind of wounds, and you'd moved past it. I feel like that kind of, that person coming back is going to drag up some of these feelings for you. This is why, you know, Queen of Wands and High Priestess is reversed. However, I feel like Spirit is going to be like, Spirit is telling me to be like, remember that you've been here, you've been through all this, you have healed, you know, don't let this person drag you down. I feel like you, deep down, you know what to do, and you should be very confident with this Queen of Wands. I feel like you should be very confident. You should know that you are an attractive, strong person, and you know, this person, you can decide, obviously, if this person's just come back in, maybe it's they do want to get to know you again, but you have the ultimate power here, and I feel like you may just need like a hot second to remember that, because I feel like it is going to be a bit of a shock, especially if this person has, honestly, I'm getting like back from the dead vibes. I feel like this person has ghosted you, and it's going to be like very much a shock for you, because with this Three of Wands, I feel like you've almost like waited such a long time for this like apology, that you felt like it was never gonna happen. Yeah, never gonna happen. So for them to come back and actually you get what you kind of always wanted, it's gonna knock you a little bit, but Spirit's like, nah, you are strong. So when it comes to this person, I honestly feel like they are going to come back in with this kind of passion. I feel like, you know, they might be very, even though the Page of Cups is, you know, younger, a bit immature, maybe not quite understanding what what to say. I feel like there is this level of charm to the Page of Cups. They're kind of like emotional, and you have this connection here. So they may come back and really try to woo you, try and sweet talk you, and just remember, you have the power here. Like, if this is somebody that you're really happy is back in your life, you're like, yes, I've wanted this person to message me for such a long time. You've been, you know, I feel like with this Wait card, I feel like this is definitely someone from the not so recent past. I feel like it could be from quite a while ago. You know, you have the power to decide, like, is this something I want to pursue, or is it something, you know, I'm happy to have this apology, but I want to leave it in the past and go for something better. And with this T card, I feel like this is a card be like, yeah, you may want to phone up your friends, because it's going to be like I feel like you're going to be like, you're not going to believe who has messaged me, and they're going to be like, no. So I feel like you may want the support of your friends here. So what I'm going to do is get some initials. So hopefully, Spirit, if you can get some initials, please. Oh, that's quite a few. So hopefully some of these, let's take them as well. Also, we've got dates and star signs in here. So we have the number 2. The longer ones I'm trying to put to the side. We have a 1. Oh, we have a 3. 1, 2, 3. We've got a 5. Oh, you're going to be one of the groups that has like loads of numbers, aren't you? P. We have a Q. We've got a U. Another 3, so that's 2 3s. An F. An R. An O. So I think that is the letter O rather than the number. We have an X, so I feel like, you know, this is a sign. I feel like this is definitely an X. This is an X coming back. Then we have D. And we have another O. So maybe they have 2 O's in their name, both in last names, maybe start with an O. I'm trying to think of words that I can see. I can see pod, poo, roo for kangaroo. That was sorry if anyone's Australian, that was an awful Australian accent. Yeah, and then let's have a look at these. Any star signs? So Libra. We're about to have a full moon in Libra. Also, we've got a Z as well here. Winter. And October. So if any of those are maybe relevant, if that's when their birthday is, maybe when you last spoke to them, when you met. So maybe they are a Libra, you're a Libra. And your advice here. So when it comes to this person, I feel like, right, I'm going to show you all the cards because I feel like this was kind of telling a story. So first of all, we have honesty is essential. Speak with love and truth. So 38. So this person coming back into your life, I honestly feel like this is the time to speak your truth to them. So if they ghosted you in the past and you never really got to finish, kind of have like an actual closure on this, now is the time to speak your truth. Whether you want to be with them or not, I feel like it's probably good for you just to get that off your chest and feel like, you know, even if you want to start something new with this person, it's kind of nice to be able to, you know, draw a line under what happened before and start afresh. So I think that is something that is really important here. And then we have the cards. Oh, what do you need to release? Waning Moon. So if this person has if you've kind of been holding on, maybe any like resentment, you've not really been able to forgive them, I think maybe them coming back into your life for some of you, maybe, you know, it may be because you need to forgive them to kind of release that, to allow yourself to maybe move on. Be like, I always think the best phrase about resentment and grudges, it's like poisoning yourself to expect it to hurt the other person. You know, you're only hurting yourself. So there's a sense of like letting go, having forgiveness, and just releasing any of that energy. So if you felt like you haven't been able to forgive them, maybe now is that time. Or if there's anything else you need to release when it comes to this person, any feelings, whatever it is. And then you have these two, and I feel like this, so time to go, I feel like is actually very related to that release. So I feel like this is a, you know, have a look at your feelings, how you feel about this person, any resentments you're holding on to, anything that never really healed for you. I feel like now is this time you're going to go through this kind of regeneration. So whether it's with this person or not, you know, maybe it still feels like that fire was kind of like almost like the embers were kind of going underneath the surface, and now it's time to kind of, you know, have the rain kind of put out all those fires and start having some growth here. Start, you know, whether that's forgiveness or whatever it is, and it can be that, you know, from all this hurt, maybe there is possibility to have, you know, with that love and truth, to water this and start over again, have that regeneration of this relationship if it was someone that you really wanted to come back into your life. So that is everything for you, my lovelies. Hopefully if this did resonate with you and you're like, I feel like I know who that is, then let me know that it did resonate with you. And thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys in another video. See you later. Hey pile 2, if you chose the Tiger Eye, this is your reading. So this is April love predictions, and we're gonna get some letters, initials and numbers, that sort of good stuff for you guys. Do remember, obviously, as a love reading, it can be triggering for some people. So if you feel like you are going to be triggered by this, then, you know, maybe don't watch it. Or if you start to feel triggered, then just switch it off. It's important to, you know, protect your own mental health. And do remember that tarot is just a beautiful, beautiful tool that kind of reflects, you know, what you're kind of attracting at the moment, what you're manifesting, and it's based on energy, which is constantly changing. So as I read this, it could be that maybe right now you're in, if you're in like a more negative place, it may come out as a more negative reading. But if you did it in a couple of days' time, you might pick something totally different that's all like rainbows and butterflies, and you know, you're going to find your true love. So it's not set in stone, is basically what I'm trying to say. So don't get disheartened. But we'll jump into it because I can't actually remember what cards you have. So oh, I remember actually, you guys have quite an interesting reading. You've got the most cards as well. So right, you have the Nine of Pentacles, the Knight of Swords reversed, the Six of Wands, King of Cups, Tower, and then you have these come out at the same time. You have the Ace of Cups and then the Page of Cups. And I'm really sorry because I feel like I'm going to sneeze. So if I do sneeze, I'm going to try and do it quietly and off camera. You also have Inspiration, Compassion, And you have the cards rose-coloured glasses, so idealism, denial, ignoring problems, and poison apple, so toxicity, lessons, red flags. So as I said, you have quite an interesting reading, guys, and I feel like April is going to be quite a month for you, and within this month I feel like, yeah, you may look and you're like, oh, the tower, it doesn't look, you know, you may be worried about seeing that. So for this reading, I feel like this is for some of you that may be coming to the end of a relationship, situationship, whatever it is. I feel like for some of you it's that, some of you is you are single. If you're coming to the end of a relationship, I feel like you know it's on the cards, and I feel like it's you that wants, that, you know, kind of wants this break. And I think this during this month is maybe when you, if you don't do it, it's at least when you're starting to really consider it. You know, Nine of Pentacles, for me, one, it's a sign of, you know, guys, everything is going to work out fine. Whether you're single, whether you're in a relationship, situationship, don't you worry, everything is going to end up fine. But I feel like this month you are going to have some alone time to really kind of sort out your thoughts, is one thing that I'm getting for you guys. So whether you are with someone and you're taking, you know, you're taking a break, or even if it's not an official break, maybe you're just wanting to pull back a little bit and spend some time by yourself. With the Knight of Swords reversed, it kind of makes me think of, you know, the Knight of Swords is quite a, I feel like it's quite a chaotic card. It's somebody that has, it's like you have all these thoughts, like very like racing thoughts, and not quite sure how to ground them. Like you're kind of you know, you've progressed from that kind of page, but you're at this night stage and you're not quite sure how to ground them. So I feel like your thoughts may be racing, and with it reversed, I feel like this is a kind of wanting to kind of quiet the mind, get your thoughts in order, kind of take time away. And I don't see it as this kind of chaotic running away, because it's reversed. I feel like it's you know, recognizing like, oh, I need to sort out my mind right now, and, you know, kind of pulling back your energy. And definitely with the Tower here as well, I feel like that's very indicative of that kind of card of just, you know, I feel like there's a need to really look at your thoughts and your feelings and kind of work out, you know, what is it that needs to go, what do I need to heal. I just seen 555, which is, you know, a card of, which is the kind of numbers of like change. So I feel like for you, April is going to be a month where you are going to be going through some changes as well, like kind of mentally. And I don't see this as a negative thing, because I feel like although you're going to take this time by yourself, it's going to be very much needed. And I'm sorry, the bin men are just coming around, and I can hear, I think it's the recycling, so all I can hear is crashing glass, so hopefully it's not being picked up on camera. It's not super loud, but I can never tell if it's going to pick it up or not. So sorry. You have rose-coloured glasses, so I feel like maybe for some of you, you have been ignoring maybe a problem for a while. Maybe it's just kind of been at the back of your mind, whether it is about your partner, or if you're single, maybe you've just had this, like, you know, the little voice in the back of your mind that says like thoughts, and you're like, why would you even say that, like, why? And there's just a few maybe thoughts that you need to work through. Maybe if it's anything about, you know, abandonment, being worthy, that kind of thing. I feel like there's a need for you to kind of deconstruct these and be like, no, I am worthy, I'm amazing, like I'm so worthy of all this love. And for some of you as well, you know, toxicity lessons, red flags. So I feel like this is definitely a time where maybe you are going over your relationship, trying to work out, you know, any issues you're having, or if you are single, then, you know, just working out like, is there anything that I still haven't really learned yet, or I've not really addressed. Maybe you're like, oh, I've been single for a while, maybe it's because I'm choosing to do it because there's like a few things I need to sort out first, because that's understandable. And also, this pandemic is not exactly ideal for dating, is it, guys? I literally feel you so much. Like, yeah, dating, and it's given us a lot of time to go through these kind of issues ourselves. I feel like a lot of us have probably had, you know, tower moments, multiple, over the past year. I feel like we now see the tower and we're probably like, that's fine, we've done that a lot this year. But this is why I don't see it as being like a major. I feel like it's a kind of like a realization of, maybe even more like, it kind of reminds me of judgment, if I'm honest. It's kind of like just a learning point. And I really feel like this time away, this time by yourself, this time for reflection is actually really good for you. We have inspiration, compassion. I feel like this is, you know, showing yourself this kind of compassion, giving yourself time to heal. And, you know, I see that kind of, that with his hands like that, it kind of reminds me of like Reiki energy, like, because it has that glow from the hands. So I really do feel that with this card. Like, I feel like this is like self-healing. And oh my god, yeah, with this inspiration as well, it is like, I see yourself becoming your big inspiration this month. And honestly, I feel like when you're kind of in this energy, you know, it's actually going to be very good for kind of attracting in love. So you may think, oh, it seemed a bit of a Debbie Downer to begin with. However, we then have the Six of Wands, which is all about, you know, victorious, being successful. So I feel like you do this, and I feel like you're going to come out the other side with this kind of like acceptance of who you are, and kind of just, you know, knowing yourself maybe a little bit better, and you're going to be like, oh, I'm great. And you're just going to kind of attract people in, you know, how she's kind of like attracting this crowd here. And I feel like that's going to be very much you, with that King of Cups, very much just like being a lot more balanced and being able to master it, kind of control your own emotions. I feel like you're going to be a lot more like on a level playing field. Like, if maybe in the past you would have reacted when you were in a relationship, maybe something wasn't going quite right and you would react negatively, I feel like you're kind of getting to this place where, you know, you're not going to react negatively. You're going to be like, okay, take it in, kind of be able to work through it both intellectually and with your emotions. So it's not just going to be one or the other. You're kind of like more rounded here, and you're just going to be able to work through your issues. So I feel like when you're kind of in this state and feeling a lot more like inspired and with this King of Cups, I honestly feel like you are getting ready to attract in, you know, more love here with that Ace of Cups. I feel like you're more ready to give love. And with this kind of Page of Cups, I see this as maybe something that's kind of unexpected heading your way when it comes to love. So maybe, depending on obviously how old you are, maybe this person is a little bit younger than you, someone that is kind of creative. But more than anything, I just see this person being unexpected. So maybe they're not your regular type, maybe it is a friend, but just someone that is very different to your usual. And I think that it is going to be a bit of a welcome relief for you. So let's get some initials. So who is this unexpected person going to be? So we'll get some initials. So here, help me here, and let's have star signs. I feel like you've got a lot of star signs. The last one had a lot of numbers, so then we have a 5. So we've got numbers, we've got letters, we have a B, we have X, we have 2, we have an R, and we have a T. Oh, and what's this over here? Oh, this is another star sign. So we have a 2 and 5, and then R, B, X, and a T. Right. So when it comes to star signs, so we have Sagittarius. We have we have Libra. Libra came up in the last one as well. We have Gemini. We have Aquarius. February. And we have October. So yeah, let's get your advice cards. So your advice cards here, you have right, let's go for this. So we have conclusions within reach. So I really do feel like if you have been suffering through like a bit of a healing journey, I feel like you are getting to the end of that. It's all kind of, as I said with that tower moment, it doesn't feel like it's really a major tower moment where you're going to be questioning everything. It feels almost more like a judgment to me. So I feel like, you know, you are getting there when it comes to realizations about yourself, and for some of you maybe that is the sign, as I feel like some of you are getting towards the end of maybe a relationship or a situationship. I feel like this is a bit of a sign for you guys. And then you've got don't let pride get in the way. So I feel like this is mainly for people who are in that kind of wanting to end a relationship or whatever. Maybe it's you kind of don't want to because you feel like people maybe told you it wasn't going to work. If it was, you know, maybe if it is a situationship and people were like, you're only going to get hurt, but you were like, nope, it's going to work, and you've kind of been hanging on and in there. I feel like this is very specific. So, you know, if that's you, don't let pride, don't keep hanging on to a situation that you kind of know is over, and it's better for you for it to be over, just because you don't want people to be like, well, I told you so. It is far better for you to, you know, end it on your own terms and make sure, you know, you're being healthy mentally. So you have here this card, listen with your heart. So you're listening but need to hear with a loving heart. I feel like this is listening to yourself, you know, and I always see it as the other way, like listen to your heart. What is your heart trying to tell you? I feel like that you have a deep realization about what it is that needs to happen in your love life. And honestly, I feel like you have the card as well, deep knowing. There's really a sense here that you do have this deep knowledge. Like the only thing that's missing is kind of like the high priestess. Like, just listen to your heart. I feel like you have this, you know what it is, and maybe you do at the moment feel like you're kind of stuck between worlds. You know, you have this like the grey and then you have this bright bit, so maybe you can see what the future can be, but you just don't quite know how to get here. Again, I feel like it is a lot of deep knowing. I feel like you've done most of this work, and you know, if you are in a relationship, I feel like, especially if, I know most of my viewers are more likely to be women, there is the thing that women often will emotionally leave a relationship before they physically leave. So it could be that you are at that point where you're like, emotionally you're done, but you just need to physically move, and you're kind of between this world. Like you're kind of feeling grey, but you can see that it will get better. And I feel like this is the case for all of you. I feel like this is going to get better. You are going to come into this King of Cups energy. You're going to have this Ace of Cups. You have blessings heading your way. I feel like, you know, you have this giant prawn lady in the sky. You have as I said, unexpected blessings heading to you. And I really do feel like someone is going to come into your life that is unexpected. And you have the cards as well, new love. So embrace an opportunity for love in your work prospects or for spiritual growth. So I really do get the sense that this month is, you know, this next month, maybe 2 months, you are going to go through all sorts of emotions, but I think ultimately it is for your own good. I've just seen 444 where I've had to stop the camera. So yeah, guys, I feel like, okay, there is, you know, there's a bit of healing work to be done, but I think once you get through that, you have something really exciting. You're going to be in like a really good place, first of all, which is amazing, because self-love, you know, is one of the best types of love. But then also you're going to be in a really great place for romantic love as well. So that's everything that I see for you guys. If this reading resonated with you, please do leave a comment down below, like, subscribe, share. Everything is really appreciated, and I will see you guys in another reading. See you later. Hello to my beautiful power threes. If you chose this black obsidian cube, this is your reading. So we are doing April love readings, and what we'll do is get some initials and stuff like that in there. Also, what was I going to say? Oh, obviously this is a love reading, as it says on the tin. Some people do get quite triggered by love readings, and I'm someone that's always going to tell you up front, you know, if the cards are negative, I'm going to tell you what they say. But just remember that tarot is just a tool. It is reading current energy, and anything that comes up is not set in stone. It can change. So please don't feel that, you know, this is the way it is. It's just a case of like what you're kind of attracting right at that present moment. So if you're feeling a bit down and you're watching it, if you came back and watched it when you're happy, it could be different. So let's get into that. But I can never remember. So basically I shuffled them off camera, and then I had my lunch before I started filming this, and I can never remember what the cards say. So I can't remember if it was, I don't think it was, to be honest. So we have 9 of crystals. We have the Hermit. We have 4 of shells. Queen of crystals. Ace of acorns. Then we have the card 6 of crystals and an extra one. You guys had an extra one, so 2 feathers. And then we have friendship, healing, and then we've got feeling small, jealousy, criticism, and codependency, boundaries, addiction, control. So, I've managed to put them Ah, this is why I should look at my camera more often so I can see. Hopefully they're all on now. So, your April love prediction. For you guys, I feel like maybe for a while, I feel like this energy has kind of been going on for a little bit. That maybe you have been very focused, you know, inwards and looking at your own life, focusing on you. You know, you have this 9 of crystals with that security and abundance. And it's got a spider there, which is a sign of prosperity. So apparently if you see spiders in your house, it's a very good sign. I do like seeing a spider, as long as they're not too big or too scary. So yeah, 9 of crystals. I feel like this is actually energy that's kind of been ongoing for a while, and I feel like this is amazing. This is great that you have taken time to work on yourself. I know obviously we're in a pandemic, so dating or whatever has been very difficult, so we almost haven't, it's kind of been forced upon us, hasn't it, really, to be honest, to work on ourselves, work on our, you know, financial security, our abundance. With the Hermit, you know, it's very much energy of being very reflective. It does remind me of energy of being, you know, being single. So I feel like, you know, this is where you have been for a while. And with that four of cups, 4 shells, it says soul searching. So I feel like you've kind of done this for a while, and maybe you honestly, you've kind of got to this point where you're like, when is this ever going to end? It feels like it's going on forever. And you have that healing card. So I feel like, you know, you've done a lot of this work. You've healed. Like, tarot readers, we love to talk about healing. And I feel like you're kind of like, stop talking about healing. I've been doing this. And, you know, I really feel like you have. Maybe, you know, you've worked, I feel like with this feeling small, that it's kind of like you've worked for your insecurities. You know, you've kind of got over that. Maybe you've even started being able to introduce better boundaries and like codependency. I feel like these are things that you've worked on. I honestly feel like you are not someone that is needing like a whole lot to focus on this. I feel like you're, if anything, I'm feeling like, I'm just like, I'm ready. Like, and I think, do you know what? You really are ready. And with this queen, I really see you as being this kind of queen of crystals. You know, I love the Queen of Crystals because she is kind of like, she reminds me of like the Empress a little bit. She's like abundant, she's beautiful, she's kind of got it all going on, she's got her career that you feel like she'd be a great mom as well, and you feel like she's someone that has got it together and would keep all those plates spinning. I do love the Queen of Crystals. So I feel like you are very much in this spot right now, and I feel like this is the month where something is very much going to happen here with that Ace of Acorns. So the Acorns here is Wands, and I feel like with that Ace of Acorns we are going to have some action. So for some of you this may be action, or if you know, if that's not quite possible right now, if you're like in the UK and you're kind of abiding by the rules, you know, we're not allowed to see anyone else yet, which is very frustrating. But I feel like it's going to happen quite rapidly. And, you know, I see this. Oh, what's interesting as well. What do we have here? A ram. What are we just entered? Aries season. So, you know, I feel like this is, you know, they're going to feel this energy. And with that friendship card, I feel like someone is going to come forward to you, and it's someone that you're friends with. I feel like it's someone that you've maybe had friendship with for quite a while, and you may not expect it, or maybe you do, but you just don't think they're going to have the confidence to do it. And I feel like this whole, so I don't know about you, I'm feeling very full of energy and full of life now that it's spring. I don't know, it's like a switch has flipped, and I honestly feel like the same could be said with this person. And I feel like in the past maybe they have been quite guarded, you know, maybe they've been quite worried about making a move, they're not quite too sure, you know. There's with twos, it's all about duality. It's kind of like going back and forth, you know. They want to, but also do they want, you know, worried about your friendship, what's it going to do to that. But I really feel like this person is going to be balancing up these options with that kind of Six of Crystals, and I feel like they're kind of deciding that now's the time, like, do or die, essentially. Like, I'm just going to go for it. So I feel like this month you're going to have somebody that is, or even if they're not like a super close friend, it may be someone that's an acquaintance, someone you've not, or someone that you kind of used to be friends with. Maybe you're still like Facebook friends, but they're going to come forward and be like, I really like you. And you're going to be like, thank God my love life is finally getting moving, because I feel like you have been quite stuck for a while. And you know, I feel like there's going to be a whole lot of fresh energy coming in, especially with this like spring energy, this Ace of Acorns. I feel like a fire is going to be lit here. So let's take a look at some initials, etc. for you guys. So let's get going here. We'll get some for you. So find out about this person, shall we? And think about your love life. So alright, so we have a 4 here. We've got, we have a 9. We have a B, an 8, oh, another 9, a 0, I think that's a 0, it could be an O, a 1, P, 2, you've got a load, 9, I wonder if you've got 902 or no, I don't know why that's coming to my head, V, J, got another 2, so you've got 2 2s, 2 9s, an R, another R, so they might have double R's in their name. Oh God, drop that on the floor. And that is a, what is it? It's a H. So for letters you have P, B, V, J, R, R and a H. Then we have 2 9s, 2 0s, 4 0, 1 and 8. 2 1 9, no, what is that? No, I can't. 2 1 9 0. Oh my God, the show, what's it? Oh sorry, you got an M as well. And we have 2026, so maybe that is, you know, a date in the future. Well, it's a date in the future, but maybe that's significant in the future. We have September, we have June, Virgo, and May. So May, June, September, Virgo, 2026. Okay, so maybe, you know, any of these dates may be significant, whether it's birthdays and you're like, oh, I know who that is. And finally your advice. So you have this, the energy is gaining momentum, waxing moon. So I feel like, you know, after maybe a long lockdown, a long time being single, I feel like, you know, things are starting to pick up for you with this. You know, I really do feel it, this spring energy, this kind of creative spark, or this spark with this person. I feel like, you know, it's going to pick up for you. Don't worry about that. Then interestingly, guys, you have, I love the fact that these came up. So I obviously shuffle when I get jumpers, and this is a very well shuffled deck. You have 1 and 2, so yin and yang, so both masculine and feminine energy. So I honestly feel like this person that is in, that, you know, is gonna come into your life, maybe you guys are kind of divine counterparts. You know, you're going to balance each other really well. Maybe, you know, you have the 6 of crystals there, which I always see, like, I'm really drawn to that, drawn to the scales in that, and that sense of balance and kind of giving. So I really do feel like this is somebody that is going to be able to, you know, you're going to be able to balance each other. I feel like there's going to be a balance of give and take. It's not going to be one-sided. I honestly feel like this is somebody that is going to be, you know, very genuine, very loving. And then we have the card, love is all around you. So there is love everywhere all the time. Simply acknowledge this as truth. So for me, this really feels like, as I said, feels like somebody you already know. And this is kind of like a confirmation of that. Like, this person is already around you and already kind of has this love for you. So it's a case of just letting it in. And then you have this really beautiful union of hearts, which with the yin and the yang here, it feels like a representation of that. You know, a love connection defies explanation. So I really do feel like this, what's coming in after this kind of maybe very stagnant energy with that 4 of Cups. Maybe you feel like you've been stuck for a long time. You've done a lot of self-work, because what else has there been to do in the pandemic? I feel like you're almost going to be rewarded now, and it's like it's the right time for something to happen here. So yeah, this is really exciting, guys. It may have started off being a bit like, oh, tell me something, I don't know, but I really do feel like April, with this spring energy, I feel like there's going to be a whole new, like, lease of life to your love life. So thank you so much for watching. If it resonated, do remember to leave a comment, like, subscribe. It's all really appreciated. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in another reading. See you later.